We are live. We're live.
Yes, honey. What is going on? What's the TTT, y'all? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? My name is Chase, and this is Reality Right After, honey. What's going on, you guys? How's everybody doing today?
We are doing
Mm,
good.
Okay,
Happy
okay,
week.
okay.
ready to get into it.
Yes, honey. Let's get into some things for the people, honey. Again, my name is Chase, and I'm here with my superstar co-host. Hi, Kay. How are you?
I am good. I'm here. I'm ready to talk about everything reality. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Okay. And Miss Katie, and what's the T girlfriend? How you doing up there?
Hey everybody, welcome back. Happy to be here. Let's get
And
started.
okay, well, you happy to be back, ready to be here. Okay, get into it. And last but not least, of course, the EP extraordinaire, darling, Miss Ricky. What's the TTT, honey?
You know what's Ricky? Don't forget the beach, child. I'm
Hey now,
forgetting
okay.
you. And I'm gonna just say, y'all not finna be dragging my sister girl Porsha, but let's get into it. Let's get into it. So where y'all watching Portia's Family Values? What are you thinking? What's the tea on this latest episode?
What we watching Portia's Family Values. Listen, I watched it and I just love it because it plays my favorite song, which is I Was Right All Along. I was always right about Portia. I've never been wrong about Portia. Always saw through that twerking and that Hennessy. She's a great,
Mm,
great, 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 good time Kiki surface friend, but she's a horrible human being.
Horrible human being, child.
That's what I
oh
said, and
my
it's not
God.
changing over here.
He done rate her down for fifth.
Miss Activism today and trying to get her baby daddy locked up in Mexico tomorrow. Child, please, honey.
Well, I'm gonna shoot my good sister some bail. I think
Mm-mm.
that it's good TV. Like I think it's good TV, and that's what the girl gives. She gives good TV.
Um, um, listen,
Mm-mm.
I don't have a problem with Portia. I know a lot of people think the show is a lot of family and no values, but I I'm not gonna rag on her too much because listen, I done told y'all I done rode up to my baby daddy mama house, so I can't really get out the Porsche, too bad. But it definitely was not at all what I thought the show was gonna be. That's for sure.
Man, it's downhill. It's like a little snowball, and now it's like an avalanche. It's going downhill. I don't know if money is worth all of this embarrassment. It's
But
not looking good.
I want to say this, y'all. Like when I look at people on the show and I look at her family, I don't see nothing. That's not far fetched from
Mm.
Hmm.
multiple families. Like people be going through their ones and
Absolutely.
twos and their dramas with their family and yelling at their auntie and their uncles, and I think her life is very real. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm.
think people expect her to be this like perfect TV person. I appreciate that she's showing her real family.
Child,
Even though
I'm
it's
sorry,
giving
Ricky.
Nicole and
I
Frankie
love you.
vibes, but
I love you, Ricky, but
Yeah.
I have to. Okay, because it is not that we're seeing this imperfect family because she's choosing to keep it all the way real. It is the production team that is choosing to keep it all the way real and showing what is filmed and what has been filmed as it is airing. Okay, because if it was up to P, we would not be talking about any of this stuff that we're talking about now. We would have a completely different show. This show was actually allegedly supposed to be about her and her activism, but what did she do? She wouldn't go ahead and stole a co-star's man, and so of course the nature and the tenor of the show has to pivot regardless of whether she stole that man or she did not steal that man. I am not going to sit here and act like people expect her to be perfect Patty. She's beat up three other cast members on the show, on other shows, so that she's not perfect Patty. But what she is the victim of a truthful edit for once, because we have seen her get amazing edits and other girls have had to suffer and sit through the lies and sit through the truth. And I am just so glad for once that people get to see what we've always known.
My biggest thing is accountability, and I think if she just took accountability for some of her actions, even if she doesn't want to take accountability for all of them, but stand in her, and just own it and say, listen, yeah, I took her
Mm-hmm.
man. Oh well, he mine now. Yeah, me and my baby daddy argue. Oh well now. Like, but it's just excuse after excuse continuously, and it's making her look bad. And then on top of it, she has these crazy outbursts where she gets physical with everybody, man, woman, or child.
I love a
Who was that
physical.
screaming in the background, Kay? I know you do the research, honey. Who was that screaming for bloody murder in the background?
Listen, I've been trying to find who was screaming bloody murder in the background, but it could
My
have been
goodness.
any number of people. I mean, maybe the people that was even working at the restaurant hollering and screaming.
Wow.
Listen, all I do know is,
My goodness.
all I do know is, Porsha came on that show. She said, "Enough of Martin Luther King. I'm about to give y'all some Malcolm X." And listen, you got to show all parts of yourself.
Now, word to my sister girl Monique. I love a good sister that could bop somebody upside their head.
Listen, you're right, Ricky. I love that too. Don't get me wrong. Y'all know how I am. I'm a realist. Now we got to keep. I just got to keep it real with the people. I got to keep it real with the people. She lunged at someone's mom. She was throwing equipment at that man. We did not get to. I don't know what was edited, what wasn't edited, but what was shown was he did not raise a finger. Kudos to him. And I also wanted to big up the star of the show to me because I know everyone thinks that Dennis is the star of the show. Let's me not forget, Dennis is a sleaze and a slime ball too, honey. The real star of that show is Elizabeth Omalami. Aunt Liz, honey.
Yeah.
How you doing, Aunt Liz? Spiritual leader, you best be leading.
She said, "This ain't Hosea family."
She was
"Oh, who family is it?"
she was keeping it way too real on this show. Way too real on this show. So would you guys like to see a second season? Are you looking forward to the finale? What's the take?
Honestly, truly, I don't want to see anymore. I really don't, because there's no truth that's really coming out and playing out. It's too much tussling for me at this point, and they're not solving anything. I thought they were on the whole, let's bond as a family, let's figure it out. I I'm tired of that. And then the back and forth continuous blame game. Oh, Dennis cheated on me. No, Portia, you cheated on me. And then for you to lunge at somebody's mother, I'm happy she got out of there alive, because I know everybody on this little square right now. It would not be so simple. I think she needs to just stay away from TV for a while, grow in her love with Simon, and then come back for the wedding special.
I probably would have
Growing her
popped
love with
too.
Simon, sure.
But
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, Ricky, I'm with you.
sometimes these people mothers need to get bopped.
Yeah,
Okay.
business.
But what I will say is I think the truth is coming out, to Chase's point, whether Portia wants to or not. I think that we are getting a peek behind the curtain of who she really is and what's really going on in her life. So I think I would like to see a season 2. I would like to see, where she goes with it, where she takes it. Um, the only time the only way I wouldn't want to see it is if she takes a little time off. It comes back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, because bring it on back.
Listen, if Don't Be Tardy can get 10 seasons of nothing, why not? Hey, listen, give the people
I
their
mean,
show.
come on.
You watch it or you
I've
don't watch it.
episode
You
of
know what
Don't
I
Be Tardy.
mean?
Have you guys
Watch it
ever
or don't
watched
watch
Don't Be
it.
Tardy?
Yes,
I did watch it at the
actually have.
beginning before
I
she had all
have.
those 12 kids.
I did not watch Don't Be
I
Tardy.
didn't watch it either. I'll admit, I watched the first season post Real Housewives of Atlanta, but when it was very clear that she was never coming back and she was going to continue to have babies.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Peace.
I have watched it, and it's not.
That
What
doesn't surprise me.
it's.
He said you give Tardy for the party, girl. He said you're very.
Oh wow! Okay,
I believe
watched
it.
I have watched it because of working in the industry and media and whatever and keeping up, but it doesn't give. It doesn't give. I would rather watch Candy and her family.
Oh God.
I'd rather watch Pink.
We'll be able to watch that soon.
Listen.
But moving right along, Jen shouldn't be tardy to court. So let's go get right into Real Housewives.
Who should be tardy to what? Oh my goodness.
Jen better not be tardy to them court dates. But let's get into it. How do we feel about this week's episode of Salt Lake City? Chase, what's on your mind?
You know what? This week's episode of Salt Lake City has been overshadowed by the news that Mary Cosby most likely is not coming back. So I think that we may touch on that later on within the episode. That is where my big thoughts are right now. However, a sidebar of thoughts, which would be The sidebar of thoughts, which would be the Jen getting in Lisa's face. Listen, honey. I was so proud of Lisa for standing up for herself. I really was. Could you back all the way out of my face, like team too
Please look at Lisa's
much
face right there.
all the time?
Yeah, I don't really know what was happening there. Like people were like, "Well, whose side are you on?" I'm like, I don't even know what was happening. Like it was just so much hollering. I'm like, what are y'all hollering about? Who's mad about what? I really could not grasp what actually was going on that bus. But one thing I would say is that bus driver, that's it. He said he's not picking no ladies up no more. That he called his boss after this and he said, I didn't leave him on the side of the road. I got him to their destination, but do not call me to take these ladies nowhere else. He's done. I know he is.
Rumor has it he called Andy and said he wanted a snowflake.
Well, he deserved one after all that
If
stuff.
Jennie can get one, he can get one.
That's what the people saying. Chase, I'm gonna get into Jennie. I don't speak for Jennie. I just let's talk about this. What I will say is I think Jen's anger is so misdirected that it's weird. What do you want me to do about Meredith's behavior as not Meredith? What do you want me to say? And then the truth be told is she's already in conflict with Meredith for checking her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm already on the outs with my friend because I spoke up and said I didn't think this was right and I didn't think this was okay and I think you should move past it. And we already on the out. So now you jumping in my face and screaming at me, talk to your friend. Like, baby, calm down with this leather. Calm down. We're going on a trip. I was so happy Lisa stood up for herself. And I just think that another thing I noticed, like these girls really sit back and let them duke it out. Like, I feel like I would have been like,
oh, Heather was loving it.
Team too much. That's because, you know, Heather gives Gretchen wieners. She gives, and
she definitely gives I don't wash the bottom of my feet.
Lisa gives Regina George, and she wants to be her friend, and she's upset that Lisa doesn't want to be her friend. Mm-hmm. She clings to what's the other girl's name? Janice Ian. And here we are, trying to take down whatever. That's
wasn't Heather the one that was in the background like 2 episodes or so ago? Mom and Dad are fighting while she just sat there and watched it. Mm-hmm. I think, with this episode, so much happened. And Jen is skating on thin ice with everything.
I'm tired of Jen. I think I would much rather see her going into details about her case than jumping in Lisa's face this doesn't look good for the judge, girl. You want to be peaceful for the judge, girl. But
and talk about why she making her mom poor, giving her millions of dollars to help her stay out of jail. That was terrible.
Give me that retirement money.
How do you guys feel about Seth's birthday party, Chase?
He's a weirdo. Next.
I was gonna say the same thing.
I felt embarrassed, honestly. Secondhand embarrassment is what I felt. I'm just like, I mean, I kind of see why their marriage was on the rocks, and I don't know how Meredith does it day in or day out. But he is not somebody that I would ever want to be married to. I could never be comfortable being in the bed with this man ever. Like he's so weird, and then you keep on talking about this girl boobs, and then you're licking her boob cake. Like what is really happening? Like
was he
really
that creepy season 1?
I don't think we saw much of it.
He is season 1.
He couldn't have been.
We didn't see.
Remember season 1? They had all those problems.
Yeah, because he was gone majority of the time season 1, and
But when he did appear, he was fighting for his marriage, and that made me like him. I thought he was, okay.
I don't know. I find it super odd that you're more excited over my friend's boobs than mine. That's odd to me.
Whose boobs look better?
That was weird. They
for yourself.
They say Meredith. They say Meredith has a breastplate on. I don't know why the girls are saying that, but they're saying that.
Because they look kind of. Listen, honey.
What Porsha said? Your titties are What she said to Eva?
I don't know. She said, I don't know.
Social distancing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, that's what it was. Mhm.
You know what's weird about, you know what really bothered me? The actual party. Like Meredith, walks around like she's this, upper echelon, grand dame, I'm above you ladies. And then the party
Them
just
ugly black shoes on.
flat. The decor was flat. The one dancer was flat. The energy was flat. I did enjoy seeing Brooks and his girls. Brooks and his girls was at the party, honey. It was just nice to just because I think Meredith is in a little bit in denial about his sexuality. So just to see him come to the party with his girls was interesting to me. Um, yeah, and then for him to be talking about Whitney's boobs and how much he loves Whitney's boobs and production rolled it back
Oh.
and then Whitney brings up you have a Whitney's boob cake is very weird. It's very weird.
Well, this is Salt Lake City, and they like to swing on that thing, so it may not be weird to them.
It,
Mhm.
it's clearly not weird to them, but I will say what I the party happened, but this is the part that I will never forget about that party. And it wasn't the boob cake, it wasn't Seth licking the nipples on the boobs. It was Heather and her dirty feet and how she slipped trying to be sexy going into that pool. I mean, now that's me. I probably would have slipped trying to go in the pool because that's just something I do. I can be very clumsy, but I'm like, if you are going to show up to somebody's party and take your shoes off, I need your feet to be clean under the bottom. I, I, I never understand that.
Well, people have different cultures, and that may not be a thing that um everybody's looking out for. How do we feel? I know Chase mentioned this earlier. How do we feel about Mary's departure
Hmm.
from the show?
I
Mary
find
goes, I go.
I find it very unfair and suspicious because it's just like what warranted for Mary to just, voyage or whatever they say. Like, what warranted for her to just be gone? I don't really understand it. And with Mary being gone, it kind of shifts the dynamic of what we've been looking forward to when it comes on to a diverse cast and learning different things about different people in different cities and stuff like that. And I just don't understand it. And if it's on the grounds of what we believe it's the reason behind her leaving, that that would be very, very, very bad for Bravo because there's a lot of people who have done triple times worse than Mary, and they get celebrated and more contracts and more money and this and that, and they're always included in certain things. And I don't know, it just didn't really make much sense, and I
Well,
don't feel like Mary has done something so terribly wrong with.
Katie and Mary decided to leave on her own. They didn't.
Well, even so, like her leaving is still a terrible, terrible
Yeah.
thing for that specific cast. It just doesn't make sense. But also you have to realize it's still under those certain grounds too, because remember she was very vocal about people undermining her and making her feel a certain type of way. And let's not forget the last episode, Jennie, or however you say her name, she continuously brought up racial things and tried to make her feel a certain type of way about how she was talking to her and making her look. So at the end of the day, it was probably causing her sanity and her as a pastor to look a certain way that she didn't want to look anymore.
Yeah, I think the girls had decided they wanted to come together and nail Mary to the cross. And then when the whole church scandal thing didn't pick up traction, she gave them another reason. And I think that they really wanted to nail her to the cross. I wish she would have. I know Andy has spoken out. I wish she would have came to the reunion and did her ones and twos, but it's unfortunate. I think she's the draw for the show, and so without Mary and Jen going to jail, it's just kind of flat. Chase, Katie.
Because who wants to hear Whitney whine and be Inspector Gadget and be Carmen San Diego? And it's not enough. The only thing that will be able to keep me to sustain me going forward is not necessarily Jen's legal dramas and her legal woes. It's the upcoming because it's brewing. It's gonna happen unless they squash it. Meredith versus Lisa is the only thing that'll probably keep me interested. Kudos to Mary for walking away if she determined that it was not suitable for her, whether she is a cult leader or is not a cult leader, whether she is, racially insensitive or she is not racially insensitive. Whatever it is that she is and she isn't, she took enough fortitude in herself to say, you know what, this isn't worth it and I don't care. And it's been very clear that she doesn't have many relationships with the ladies. She has accused other cast members of racism. She has only been friends with Meredith and to a degree with Meredith. Meredith has been a Mary whisperer, but I don't even think she knows what she was whispering. So I think that Mary Cosby is an amazing reality television personality, but she would do much better on a platform like TLC or something like that. I don't think that the Housewives is for her, and because Housewives is not for her, Salt Lake City may not be for me. Because I love some Mary.
Well, me too. I love Mary, and I'm actually glad that she left if that's what she chose, to do, because it kind of left them looking crazy. Like, what's gonna be our storyline next season? And then they scramble. She got the girl scrambling. So I love it.
Yes, ma'am. So moving right along, Kay's gonna get into some hot topics.
Yes. Listen, this is the part of the show where we, give you some tea. We're gonna try to burn your little lips and your tongue with this tea that we're gonna be talking about. Now, all these top stories are stories that are trending right now on our website and on our social media. So make sure that you are following us for all of the hot tea throughout the week, right? First story. Porsha, Porsha, Porsha. Listen, we can't get enough of Porsha.
I
However,
can.
this story, we know. However, this story is about this basement tattoo that Simon has gotten while they were down vacationing in Costa Rica. She had an Instagram caption that basically said, "My ride or die, thick or thin, this love will stand strong until the end." Now, she didn't say the end of time, she said the end. Now, what do y'all think?
Stupid. Like, how old are we? How old are we? Where are we at in life where we're putting we already know how these stories end. It's just like it's almost like always attention seeking things, not like true love, passionate things to show. Well, they don't have to show us much, but the things that they are showing us, it's stupid. It's just like, show us that y'all are really genuinely in love and all these things. It's always just bleh. I'm so sorry. I know that's your fave, Ricky, but no, the ring look nice though. It's a cute picture of the
It is a
ring.
nice ring.
It's a very lovely ring, child. I mean, can we just say that they having fun? They enjoying their love?
No,
Ricky,
we can't say that.
No, child.
Ricky, this is not drunken love. This is stupid in love.
This is not
Oh,
even
You want to
stupid
get
in love or drunken love.
if you
You
want to get a
know,
little ink down to the back, go ahead, Chase.
I'm sorry. Listen, I think that tattoo is going to make a lovely outline for a bed of roses tattoo that he's eventually going to turn it into in about 2 years. So there's what I have for it.
Y'all don't think they're gonna stay together?
Absolutely not.
but I think,
Not
listen,
forever.
I yeah, definitely not forever. That's why I said they might actually make it down the aisle. They might actually get married, and then 12 months later, just like he did Fallon, they may
She
be
gonna have a
headed
baby.
towards divorce. Because the one thing we know is his track record is definitely not the best. Now we do know that, hey, sometimes history doesn't repeat itself. You may find somebody and you may stay married to them, you know what I mean, forever. But I doubt it with Simon. So, enjoy it now, you know, but this is not your great love, honey.
Right. And we all know Portia loves to move very fast. Regardless of what's going on in the relationship, she likes to move very fast. And sometimes, you need to slow on down before you get your feelings hurt all over again. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I
And then
mean,
you be throwing boom mics at Simon. I'm sorry, whoever was speaking. I apologize.
not boom mics at Simon show.
You know the boom mic that she was throwing at the down to the Mexico.
Maybe that's just her requirement. Maybe when you date Porsha, you got to get a tattoo. I'm not mad at it.
Oh, honey, I'm not gonna sit here and deal with this.
Ricky, child.
P5P.
Mm-mm.
I don't know, but I'm a Portian, so whatever. I'm moving for my sister. And that's on
Good
period.
luck.
I think we all like Porsha. It's just that Porsha continuously
I don't know about we
does
all.
things that hurt
I
herself.
like her.
Yeah, we all like her. I think she just continuously does things to her own feelings, and it's like at a point where it's just like, oh well, stupid.
I like her. I don't like that someone. Listen. You're not gonna sit in my face and tell no lie, and that's all Portia's done since she's been in the way, honey. I was gonna say something else. She's been in the way with a bunch of lies, and if she could just keep it real, me and her get along like this. But she can't keep it real. She can't own what she do. She can't own how she contribute to things. She like to control the narrative. She like to get scenes edited and deleted. She like other people to look like the bad guy. I don't rock with that. So if she can do that, she alright, but she ain't all that.
Material girl.
Well,
Hmm.
yeah, listen, I think Portia's going to be around for a long time, longer
Ugh.
than maybe some people want. But hey, listen, you're gonna have some fans and you're gonna have some haters, but they
Who are
all
haters?
are going to continue to
Who
make
are
her
the haters?
rich.
Who are the haters?
Well, people that don't like her,
That doesn't mean that they're
however you
haters.
want to say it.
Well, that doesn't.
Exactly. That's
I
what.
like her, so
However
that
you
doesn't
want to
apply to me.
say
I just
it.
want to be clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving right along
Let's move
from
along, Kay. Let's not do it
Portia
tonight.
over and
Let's not do it.
listen, moving right along.
Please move
We
right
don't like
along.
the H word, but we're gonna move from Atlanta. We're gonna take it on to the West Coast over to Beverly Hills, and we're gonna see what Miss Dorit is doing.
Ugh.
As she did address her social media hiatus today, and basically she posted a picture. It was Cal's birthday, and so she did do a little birthday post to Cal, and she did explain, why she's been MIA on social media, basically stating that she needed to have some time away to focus on her family, herself, and all the things that are important to her. It's been very helpful and very healthy for her. And so, hey, listen, we all should, take time away from social media. I think she definitely should have, especially after some of the events that occurred. But what do you guys think?
She didn't want to take time away from the show too.
That's
Oh,
my
these people
of
kill.
Yeah,
She
no, she need that
kills me,
money.
honey.
that's what I thought too. Didn't Dorit just go through a robbery and all these things with PK getting a DUI, I believe. Um, that was the time to take yourself away from social and the show and just get a much needed break. She could have came back mid season and did the recap and all of that. But it's just Dorit being Dorit.
Yeah, I don't really see it for Dorit. I don't know if she come or if she go on a social child. Welcome back, I guess, girl.
Didn't know you were gone.
Nice gowns. Really
I
nice.
mean, I'm like you, Chase. I really didn't know that she was gone for real. I didn't. I don't think that I really paid attention enough to know that she wasn't posting on social media. But listen, I mean, I'm all about people, taking time out for their health, mental health. If that's what she felt that she needed to do, by all means, do that. But like I said, I mean, maybe people. I mean, I know people are missing her because somebody had asked or posted on one of PK's pictures, and I think that's why she ended up coming out and putting this post out there. But
She did it.
uh, you know,
I just don't like when people announce departure or just come and go. Take your break, come just post, be normal. We don't want you to announce it, girl.
I agree. I definitely agree. Well, those are my top trending stories for this week. Of course, you can always find more at our Instagram page, which is at Reality Rundown, or our website, therealityrundown.com. If you have comments about the stories today, we want to hear it. Let us know what you think.
Yes, and thank you so much, Kay, for the headlines. And we're gonna move right along into the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Part 2. Okay? And we have a full blown cast with Eva Marcel, Brandon Glanville, Phaedra Parks, Dorinda, Vicky Golderson, Taylor Armstrong, and Miss Jill Zarin. What do you guys think about this cast?
Eva was a mistake.
Well, she replaced Monique, I think. So
Mhm.
Oh man.
allegedly,
But wait a minute, I thought Tamara was on here too. Is she not on season 2?
Yes,
she
I
is.
do
But I
believe
mean,
Tamara Judge is included. I do believe she's included. She's just not on the photo.
Tamara Sue, Tammy Sue. Oh, okay, yeah, Tammy Sue.
Let's see.
Listen.
I
Hopefully,
can't wait to see.
well, hopefully this show is the drink that those thirsty chicks need because they've been dying to get back on their shows, respectively, since they've been released. So, they're going to be going for blood. You're going to see claws. You're going to see daggers. You're going to see knives. And it's going to all take place in Dorinda's fish room, which I am excited about. The first cast, those girls got to go to Turks and Caicos, and they get to go to the Berkshires. So, welcome back, chicks.
Right. I think
I mean,
it's gonna be shenanigans, honestly,
Oh my
from the
gosh,
second they walk in
absolutely.
and they realize where they are at, they're gonna go crazy. We have
Hmm.
people from the West Coast who's used to certain things, and we have people from Atlanta who's used to certain things. The girls are gonna give Dorinda one of those nights where she wants to kick everybody out her house. And
I can't.
honestly,
I hope so.
I'm most excited to see Jill back on screen and see what's gonna happen. I want Eva the Diva to actually be on this season. I want to see a lot of drama turned up. I felt like the first Ultimate Girls Trip was too much
Classy.
unprovoked drama. It kind of like after I rewatched it, I was like, oh, it didn't give that much, but it was still good. And I want to see one of the girls check Brandy too, like put her in her place.
Well, allegedly, it's Tamara Sue versus Brandy the whole trip. Which, if
Oh yeah,
that's the case, I'm gonna have to side with Brandy because I don't like nothing about Tamara at all.
I feel like they're the same person.
Ugh,
I'm excited for Faith.
That
I'm
could be why they
sorry.
couldn't get along.
I've,
ugh.
I've been missing Phaedra on camera. I've been missing her. She's one of my all-time favorites, top 10 on my list of
Do you think that she's
housewives.
gonna address the rape allegations on this?
She won't.
I have a theory on that, and I don't know if I should speak on it, but I'm going to speak on it. So,
Speak on it, Ricky B.
remember when the news broke that Ti and Tiny were into certain activities with certain things?
Uh
I
oh.
think I don't know. I don't think it was. I'm gonna stay away from it. I'm gonna stay
Don't
away.
say nothing. Thank
I'm
you.
gonna stay away from it. But I
Yeah,
don't.
stay away.
Okay.
I
But we
don't.
know what tree you barking
So
up.
you're trying to basically
I'm
say
gonna stay
birds
away
of
from
a
it. I'm gonna
I
stay.
think Ricky's trying to say, and correct me if I'm wrong, birds of a feather flock together. So when she
No, I'm
hears,
not saying that.
okay,
I'm
oh,
saying
okay,
we gonna
Because you might be dropping pills and people drink, but I'm not doing it.
we gonna stay away from it.
Allegedly.
I just think that uh the girls like to party. That's all I'm gonna say. But what I will say is, I think what she did was wrong, and them not giving her having her back on a season or two was understandable. But I think it's time to bring Faye Faye on back. I the boys are big, and her look has changed, and it seems like the things that she's involved in have changed, and so I would just love to see an update on how Phaedra is doing, and she's just one of my girls. Like on my list, she's just one of my girls, and I'm excited for her. Eva, hum and drum, but hopefully she can, pick it up. She's a predecessor for Cynthia. Um, yeah,
Hopefully Phaedra and Mary Cosby can get a TLC show together. I think that would be perfect for them.
Mm. It's Wellington commented. Wellington
Not the
commented
ex-wife
down
house.
below and said the ex-wives club. That's interesting. That's interesting to say the
That
least.
might be a good little show, though. I ain't
Wellington.
gonna lie.
We miss you, Wellington. He couldn't make it today.
Yeah.
He's down to the job producing bigger things, but he definitely, you're definitely missed. Um,
Yeah.
so, do you think that this season will top last season?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We have Dorinda.
Absolutely.
Once you put a little tequila in Dorinda is 12 people in
She's
one.
starting.
She is a lot to handle. So I mean, and there's a lot
Flip.
of big personalities, like really big personalities this season, this go around. So I definitely think, and plus they're gonna be stuck in the house. What activities do they got up there to
They're gonna
do?
tear that old ass house up.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure she kicked them out the
I
first
made
night,
it nice.
and the rest of
I
the
made it
show was
nice.
filmed on the grass outside.
Back it up. But break it
Yes,
up.
I hope
Made
she
it
take away
nice.
them tiki poles.
Oh
Take
Lord.
away them tiki poles. We don't want to be in the
Oh yeah,
backyard,
that's gotta
throwing
go.
them around again. But I don't know personally. I feel like they did them dirty to send them there when these people got a tropical vacation. But I mean, listen, I love Dorinda personally. I listen. I would like to go to her house. I think it would just be fun to go there. But for this show, I think they really did that cast dirty, and maybe it's because they're the ex housewives club, and they're like, hey, listen, this is your chance. We're gonna see what y'all do with this, and maybe you can move up to bigger and better things. But I definitely think they could have done a lot better with the location.
They couldn't even send the girls down to Tulum or something. Miami, the least.
I mean, they could have sent right. That's what I'm about to say. Miami. I mean, they could have went to a beach in California. I mean, it's
Maybe due
definitely
to COVID, they want to be
other
more.
places.
This is iconic. I'm sorry, guys. I understand, but the Berkshires and Dorinda have had some of the most iconic meltdowns and fights and arguments in Real Housewives history for at least 4 to 5 years running. And they're going to be stuck. They're going to get on each other's nerves. And this is going to be the cat fight and the bloodshed that you guys wanted from the first one that you didn't get.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm
I
excited.
totally agree.
So
Do
predictions.
we know when it's coming back?
I'm not sure.
I'm unsure as
Okay, well, they
well.
need to hurry up with that one.
Well, who do you think will be a standout? If you had to rate performance from top to bottom, how are
Mm.
you rating these girls?
Well, I would say for sure, Dorinda and Vicky are gonna tussle for who wants the most camera time, and also because it's Dorinda's house, she's gonna be hostess with the mostest and be over the top. I think Taylor's gonna sit in the background till someone pokes at her. And Jill Zarin, this is her first time, I believe, coming back amongst these women, so she's gonna turn up too herself. And I feel like Brandy's gonna put her foot in her mouth. And Eva, I don't know what to predict for Eva because I expected Eva the Diva to come on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she was much more calmer and forgetting everything all the time. So I'm not so sure what to expect from Eva, but I would really like to see the Eva that I've enjoyed on America's Next Top Model, although she was so young then. But I want to see more of her personality shine amongst these alpha females. Chase, what do you think?
Well,
I don't have any expectations. I'm just going in knowing that I'll be entertained and I just am ready to watch it.
yeah, me personally, I'm just ready to see my girl Dorinda back on the screen. I do love Phaedra. I do believe, I think Dorinda, Phaedra, they actually went out to dinner with each other. I don't know if it was last night or the other night. So obviously they may have had a good connection within the house. And I know people don't like Vicky, but you know what? Vicky to me is sometimes good TV. So I'm actually excited to see uh, all these arguments that I know that she's probably gonna get in.
Hmm.
Child, yapping. I said,
Oh, I was like, girl, what the hell?
She was on mute.
friends, that is our show. Going to kick it to Chase so he can take us on out. Hopefully, he'll sing us on out.
Well, I won't be doing that.
Yes.
Honey, if I do, it'll be a flatline catch. But this is the reality right after. I want to thank you guys for coming in and viewing us. Please make sure that you go to us on all social media platforms, down to the Twitter and tweet and twat us, down to the Instagram and IG us, on the face of the book. And I want to thank Ricky the B. I want to thank K to the DN. I want to thank Kay, Wellington, everyone out in the audience. And I also want to thank these reality stars because, listen, even though we ripped them a new one, if there was not them, there would be no us. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching Reality Right After. Again, I am Chase. Follow us on all of our social medias, and we'll see you next week.
Good night.
Bye.